Good evening, Islander fans. How are you today? It's Islander Hockey Day once again. Welcome to the Canadian Islander fan. My name's Terry. I'm looking forward to a big game tonight. I just have a really good feeling about this. I got a feeling the Islanders are going to break their 9-game losing streak here. So I'm just going to go with these positive vibes for going into the game here. And who would have thought going into this game that the Wings would be favored to beat the Islanders? But here we are. However, in a very strange thing, like the Islanders are 5-10-3 and the Wings are 12-9-3. But in almost every other category, we're almost identical. It's kind of crazy because it's the one spot that we're not identical in is the spot that we're not identical in with anybody, and that's goals scored. So basically, Detroit's averaging 2.75 goals per game, and we're averaging 1.83. So that's basically a goal a game more than us. But other than that, it basically is even all the way down. Goals against Islanders 2.94, Wings 3.13. Our shots per game are absolutely identical. Our shots against are exactly one shot more by the Wings is given up than the Islanders, so pretty close there. The one spot that we do have the advantage in is the penalty kill, where we sit 13th and the Wings are 24th. Of course, our power play is in last place right now, so that's not good. But the good news is the Wings are only 24th, so we got a good shot at it tonight, and we're better in the faceoffs. And of course, we, as per usual, hit more, block more than. Pardon me, it looks like the Wings are blocking a lot more shots than we are. Mind you, they played a lot more games as well. Going into this game, we sent back down Andy Andreoff and brought up Austin Czarnik. So I expect Czarnik in the game tonight. If not Czarnik, it'll be Bellows, I would assume, but one never knows with Barry. So I'm still puzzled because it looks like Aho's going in for over Salo again. I just don't understand it with a team that needs to score goals. Like, you know what? If Aho's just a touch better defensively than Salo, if Barry thinks that, which I don't, then I guess okay. But right now you need to score goals. So if it's just a small, minute amount, then you need to make that change right now and get Salo in there and get some offense going on this team. It's sure, stick to the system, but tell the boys to start doing a couple of things maybe a little bit out of the norm. Like, I can't count how many times I see other teams' defensemen, they're standing in front of the net in the slot, or they're behind the net, and our guys are just never committing to that. We need our defense to start making a few more moves along the line here. So anyway, I'm pumped about this game. I've got good vibes going into it. I got a feeling the Islanders are going to win this one. I certainly hope so. It should be an exciting game. I always like playing Detroit. I think the two nicest uniforms in the entire league, except I like the Wings whites better than the reds. If anybody watched my intro video, you would know that I was a Wings fan from 1968 to 1970. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for the Wings, but I have the bigger soft spot for the Islanders. So we need to win tonight. So anyway, as you can see, I'm excited. Let's hope for once in the last 10 games that I'm not disappointed at the end of this one. We cannot let this go to double digits. Come on, guys. Let's get going. I got a feeling Parise scoring one tonight. It's just a feeling. Like I said, I got good vibes about the game tonight. I don't know why, but I do. So anyway, we'll see you in between the second and third. Or correction, first and second. After one period play, the Detroit Red Wings lead the Islanders 2-1 in a game that's eerily kind of sort of similar to last game when we started out really good. What a great goal by Cal Clutterbuck on the shorthanded play. It was nice to finally have that happen our way instead of going against us for a change. So basically, Pajot got an assist on that goal. It was a beauty. When Cal turned on the burners, he just flew by the guy. I don't know if I've ever seen Cal skate so hard and so fast, but yeah, really good job by Cal on that one. Some reason Adam Pelech didn't get an assist on that goal, and I'm not sure why, because he passed it directly to Pajot, but who knows? Maybe that'll be adjusted later. Overall, not a good period for the Islanders as we get outshot 12-3. However, I'm just going to say that I mean, I don't want to complain about refereeing in that as one of the causes and whatnot, but you know, the NHL has brought this on themselves because what they did was they brought in an embellishing penalty, and they never used it properly. They when they did call an embellishing penalty, they always gave the other person a penalty too, and it just evened off. And that just never made any sense. It's either one or the other. You can't it can't go both ways. So uh it and the reason I'm bringing up the embellishing is because since they did that, the new trend in the NHL, and as if you watch it, is to just as you've got the puck on the boards, just as the guy's coming to hit you, you turn your numbers to him and you stand about a foot away from the boards and you take the hit. And I can tell you, as an experienced player, and I was one of the best at it, I could make that play look like I just got killed. Like literally, I'm gonna die because the way I would go into the boards and literally have no pain. But I could make it look like, oh my God, it's time to. I don't know if you can put an embellishing one on this, but however, if you do that in that situation, there's no penalty against. And it's because these guys are doing it on purpose. I'm telling you. I know how hockey players work. And I looked at Sider after that play, and there was absolutely zero wrong with him. There was nothing wrong with him at all. And I noticed Detroit does it every single time. As soon as the guy's coming in, they quickly turn their numbers to him and then try to make it look like they got boarded. And it's just not happening unless the NHL does something about it. Unfortunately, uh, it's becoming a trend, and it really sucks because these guys are doing it and then they cry foul when somebody gets injured for real. So they're bringing it on themselves, but the NHL needs to do something about it and need to crack down on it. You need to start calling those guys. I don't know if you can make a penalty for that, but you can certainly not make it an automatic 5-minute boarding or even a 2-minute boarding or anything like that. You just let the play go and say, uh, you're just not going to call that anymore. And but I'm telling you, these guys can make it look like they're getting shot out of a cannon. It's not that hard to do, especially when you're about a foot away from the boards. There's a tactic to it. You slam your stick as hard as you can against the boards, and it sounds like you just got destroyed. And speaking of destroyed, am I the only Islander fan who was happy when Bo got laid out? I probably am, because something's got to shake some sense into that guy. At least that's the way I saw it. I saw, like, Jesus, just I hope it rattled something in your body, because Bo has been nothing short of atrocious for the Islanders in this 10-game losing streak. He's been absolutely awful, non-existent. What a giveaway on that goal to the one that rebounded off Ilya's back. And it was just a terrible giveaway by Bo once again. He's just been playing awful hockey, giveaways, and that was a tough goal for Sorokin to give up, because he was obviously thinking the guy was passing out front. He was right behind the net, basically. And so Ilya's trying to do the defenseman's job as well, and the guy banks it off his back. But when's the last time you remember the Islanders getting a goal from banking off the back of somebody? So things just aren't going our way, but we're not helping ourselves out, because that play would have never happened in the first place if Bo wasn't so wimpy on it. And Nick Leddy sent a message to Islander fans when he went into the corner in the first 30 seconds and he got injured, and is like, he goes, see, that's why I never go into the corners, is because you can get hurt. And I was actually shocked that see Nick in the corner there. Well, you never know. Maybe he's improved his game a little bit. I highly doubt it. The only guys that are looking good out there is Clutterbuck and Barzell, and we need a whole lot more. I like that Wally came back, and that's another thing. Like, what's that now? 6 penalties in a row for the Islanders without a power play. Not that I want a power play, because our power play is useless, and in most cases we'd probably give them a shorty back. But man, if you're going to keep calling penalties on the Islanders, there was such a blatant too many men on the ice. Just because the guy couldn't get into the box because the door was blocked, that's still a too many men on the ice penalty if the guy who came on for you is handling the puck. And and then Wallstrom's, he got, why did he lose the puck when he made those fancy, fantastic moves? I'll tell you why he lost the puck. Guy slapped him with his stick right on his hands. That's always being called. So I don't quite get it. So anyway, I'm not really upset with the refs that much, but I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, make it go both ways. And yeah, other than that, Ilya, I know he let up 2 goals, but was still awesome for us. And Palmieri, if you can tip a goal into the top hand corner on the Islanders, try doing it against the other team for, try one of those tip ins in that net and see if you can get it. It's amazing how the Islanders' luck just isn't going their way. You get Mayfield, who takes a swat at the puck, and it goes right over the glass. And with about 4 minutes left in the period, a Red Wing just does the identical thing. And trust me, there is no control. You cannot make it go where you want to go when you're hitting the puck up that high. And when the Detroit guy did it, it went way over the blue line and landed in between the red line and blue line. And that's just a bit of the bounces going your way. And they're just not going the Islanders' way. But they're also not helping themselves out. You can't win a whole lot of games with 3 shots on net, and especially when you're giving up 12. So I still have faith in the Islanders. I think we're still going to come back and win this one. Of course, I always feel that way, but I just think we're going to do it tonight. Anyway, that's my musings from the first period, and a lot of them weren't good. So we'll see you between the second and third period. After 2 periods of play, the Detroit Red Wings lead the Islanders 3-2. And yeah, so basically status quo from the first period. However, the second period was much better for the Islanders than their first was. They were absolutely brutal in their first period. So yeah, boy, this team sure knows how to take the wind out of the sails of a fan, don't they? This pattern that we have, we score so few goals as it is. You can't even give the Islander fans a chance to enjoy a good moment, and they're rare. And we don't even, normally less than 2 minutes we're allowed to celebrate and feel good about our team, and then that's it. I guess there should be a huge celebration just for the fact that we hit the 2-goal mark and we got a power play goal, which is 2 things that rarely happen for the Islanders this year. So yeah, I don't know, man. Beauvillier, once again, the guy doesn't even hit the net on a breakaway, and then Bars sets him up again for a beautiful scoring opportunity. Doesn't hit the net again. Bo, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out that if you don't hit the net, you can't score. Come on, man. You got to get a shot on net on a breakaway. It just has to happen. And man, I don't know. It's not good. It's not good, boys. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to wake up and got to get going. Ilya's had a pretty good game. I guess he could have had that 3rd goal, but he kept us in the game when he had to. It's time to come to Ilya's rescue here and score like 4 or 5 goals this game to help him out. But I think Bars is having a good game out there tonight. He's playing well, but and once again, I hate to complain about the refereeing, but good Lord, man. I mean, if Trotz gets upset and the whole Islander bench gets upset and Pelech gets upset because it wasn't offside, it probably wasn't offside, more than likely. And here's the thing, that most of the time these linesmen let it go because you've got replay. If he's wrong, that's okay. It can be corrected, right? But usually they always lean to the side towards offense. But somehow with the Islanders, they don't do that. And I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but at the 15-minute mark of the period, just before we went to commercial, where Pajot was coming down the ice and it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-0 there, and but they kind of overskate the puck, and Pajot goes by the puck, and the Detroit defenseman goes sprawling out on his stomach and sweeps the puck about 2 feet outside the blue line. And both our Islanders are inside the blue line because they overskated it. And the puck goes straight to them, and he blows it down offside. Since when is that an offside? Detroit shot the puck into their own end. Just because both guys overskated it doesn't mean that it should have been blown offside. It was just a brutal call. And I'm going like, and don't get me wrong, I don't think there's any conspiracy against the NHL. I just think the NHL reffing is bad all around. It's awful. It's horrible. It's like that play is not even close. Like he swept the puck from 2 feet outside the blue line into his own net, or into his own end. Like, come on, guys, get it together. Man, we need one of our guys who hasn't scored much to score a goal. Beautiful goal by Wahlstrom out there, by the way. Really nice snipe by him. Dobson and Barzal getting the assists on that goal. It was an enjoyable 2 minutes and 20 seconds while we could celebrate a tie game. And I was just celebrating the fact that we scored 2 goals. I was pretty amazed at that. So basically, logic says that we won't score a goal in this third period because we're already one past our quota per game. But the optimist in me still says we're going to win this game. I can't help it. I believe. Come on, guys. Bear down for this third period. Let's do it. All right, folks. We'll see you after the second and third period. Let's hope we got lots of things to cheer for in that period. All right, let's go Islanders. Come on, you can do it. Let's do it. The New York Islanders fall 4-3 to the Detroit Red Wings in overtime, extending our winless streak to 10 games. However, let's be on the positive side. We've got a 2-game consecutive point streak going on. I know it's hard, Islander fans. I know it's hard, but yeah, I just got to look at the glass half full. So instead of being half empty, it's it's a start. What can you say? We did what we had to do in the third period, and didn't look good at the start because I think we only had one shot in about the first 10 minutes, but we finally started to come on after the 10-minute mark, and we made our push and got to the point where we forced a power play. And even though I didn't have the greatest expectations on this power play because we'd already scored one, so I was thinking, I don't know, but anyway, we get our third goal of the game, which is incredible all by itself, that we scored 3 goals, and then to throw on top of it, scored 2 goals on the power play, one shorthanded. I mean, it's almost like we're in heaven for this game, and yet we lost. And how can you sort of not have a good feeling about that one? No, that was crazy. So Wahlstrom getting his second goal of the game, and Barzal getting another assist, and Parise also picked up an assist on the tying goal there. I had to laugh on the goal when Wahlstrom was on the other side of the ice from where he normally is, and he goes skating back, and Parise standing in his spot, and he looks at him, points him over there. He goes, get out of my spot, right? And so he's twisting around. He actually, by the time the puck came to him, he hadn't actually fully gotten to that spot after telling Parise to get out of there, and he had to twist his body and in a contorted way. And finally, those breaks that I've been talking about that we haven't been getting, we finally got one. We got the deflection off Wally's shot, and it went top shelf. So we finally got a break to get us a point in this game. So yeah. And then of course it goes to overtime, and I've been questioning a lot of people for a lot of years about their decisions of who to put out in the ice on three on this team. And I know I'll get it into it more later when I talk about the players, but I can't say I'm excited about the people that Barry picks to put out there on the ice. Myself, I would go with something like uh, Barzell and Parise and Pajot and Palmieri. You got speed, you got wheels. I would pretty much almost double shift those guys, maybe occasionally. After each duo is done 2 times each, I might throw in Beauvillier and well, I'd probably double shift Matt on that one. So for a shift, and that's what I'd be putting out there. Or if you're going to put Lee out there, you might as well put Wahlstrom out there, because Wahlstrom's far better hands than Lee has and getting around people and whatnot, and is a little bit faster than Lee. So if that's what you're looking for, unless Barry's looking for the face-off win, that's the only thing I can think of. But with my line combos, you've got a centerman, so there's no need to put out Lee there on the 3-on-3. Anyway, that's how the game went for us, and it just well, we got a point, right? So I mean, we'll go from there for sure, and hopefully this is a building block, and this will be 2 of the games that are included into our 15 game consecutive point streak. I mean, it's pretty much all we can look forward to. So keep the spirits up, hope for a W tomorrow night. So let's go through the players. Austin Czarnik, good effort and everything. Looks like an AHL player out there. I guess if you need him in a pinch, and in this situation we need him in a pinch. And I thought he did better than what Koivu would have done. However, with saying that about Koivu, I do want to mention that this is the first year that I actually saw a few things out of Koivu that I've never. The previous years on his call-ups, I haven't seen anything out of Koivu, and this year I saw a couple of things. But overall, I think Czarnik was the better player to be in the lineup tonight. I thought he had a pretty good game for an AHL player playing in the NHL. Zach Parise, it's still the same old song and dance. Great effort, great work. I'm not sure. Well, he was fourth liner tonight, so he did his job well, very well. Josh Bailey, I don't know what. I just don't know what to say about this guy. I know I promised at the start of the season, I said that I was going to lay off Josh Bailey this year because of the way he had been performing in the playoffs and whatnot, and that I realized that Josh sleeps his way through the season. Well, I'll tell you what, right now it's not looking like we're going to make the playoffs. So I'll just say this: if we're not making the playoffs, you can expect a whole lot more from me about Josh Bailey going on in these podcasts, because enough is enough. What has this guy ever done to earn ice time on 3-on-3? Yeah, I know in the past he's gotten some points and goals and whatnot on 3-on-3 play, but that's only because every single coach that has come through the New York Islanders has put him out there in that situation. I want to know what he has done to earn that right to get onto 3-on-3, because I know there's far better options than Josh freaking Bailey. The guy he was horrible again tonight. Horrible. Like, it's so hard to watch. It's so hard to watch. It gets so frustrating at times when you see other people out there giving everything they got, and he's just loafing around doing his thing and thinking he's making all these uber intelligent passes that get picked off all the time. And the rare occasion it works, everybody goes, "Oh, look, see, I told you, Bailey, you smarts, what a play." So sick of it. So anyway, yeah, another horrible game for Josh. Matt Barzell had an excellent game tonight. He was flying out there and he was trying, but I'm from the free Matt from Anders and Bailey society. So free Matt. Yes, even from Anders. He needs something like, I would love to see just him in the middle of Parise and Palmieri, or even some fast skating guys, Wallstrom and take a Parise or Palmieri, whichever one. I guess it would be Parise in that situation because he's left. But somebody who's fast and somebody who can do some stuff with Matt. We need to become a more we need 2-on-1s and stuff like that to be happening and whatnot. So yeah, free Matt Barzal. Cal Clutterbuck, well, he had a good game. He scored a beautiful goal, and the fourth line was not our problem tonight. They played okay. Nothing fantastic. I saw Matt Martin pass up a few hits that he started fishing with his stick along the boards, which just kind of, especially when the team was cycling on us, it's like, geez, Matt, this is the time to really hit them, right? When they're cycling, you got to stop the cycle. So you got to stop the guy in his tracks. Don't go fishing with your stick for the puck. Hit the guy, end the cycle. That's how it's done. But overall, Cal had a great game. Beautiful goal. Beauvillier, wow, horrible. The giveaways on that one goal that started the whole thing, the one that went off Ilya's back, and that is he was terrible. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, couldn't shoot the puck off a pier into the ocean and hit it. Yeah, this guy really needs to get his head out of his ass because he is just playing horrible hockey. Kiefer Bellows, I thought had a pretty good game. He was 100% effort out there. He was doing things. He was hitting. He was passing. He was trying to shoot. So yeah, I was really pleased with Kiefer's game, and I thought that whole line keeper with Wallstrom and that they had a pretty good game overall as a line. Kyle Palmieri, man, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it especially in the first two periods, but at least he got in the way on our power play goal and whatnot. So I can see the effort. It's just not happening. I think I've heard so much about Palmieri's mean side, and that he's one of those guys who's got a bit of a mean streak in him, and he kind of plays that way. And I think maybe he needs to start playing like that and start getting under some people's skin, which will get him into the game even more than he is now. So just seems a little something missing from his game. I don't really know because I don't have a whole lot of I never really ever zoned in on Kyle Palmieri as a New Jersey Devil. I really didn't. And that's unfortunate because I wish I knew what we got. All I can go by is the stats that he put up in New Jersey. And it's time to start putting some of those stats up here on the island. That's for sure. Oliver Walsum, great game, 2 goals. Good job, Wally. I have you on both my fantasy teams. What a fantastic fantasy night. 2 goals, 17 minutes and penalties. Too bad I haven't signed you in either one of those leagues, but give me some of that stuff next year. Anders Lee, no, bad game. I'm still going to go back to the injury from last year on Anders. He's just not right. He's just not right now. There's something missing. The effort's not missing, that's for sure, but there's something missing in his game. He's not winning all the board battles anymore. He's not getting there first to be able to win those board battles. And yeah, he just seems to really be fighting it a whole lot when he's out there. And that's why I'm saying free Barzal right now. Get somebody who's going. I mean, Josh Bailey is a black hole, and Anders Lee right now just isn't running on all cylinders right now. It's not like he's injured or anything. It just takes time to get back from those kinds of injuries. And I know I've had them before, and you're healthy, but you're different. As they say, every time they cut your body open, you come out a different person. And it's true about surgeries. Like I said, I've had 9 of them on my shoulders, and numerous other surgeries as well. So, and you're a different person each time you come out. I thought Pajot actually had a good game tonight, but then he was with Wally and Bellows, and I really, but I saw some of the old Pager in there tonight. Like he seemed to be flying a little bit more. Maybe he still wasn't showing his nasty side, like getting under the skin of people now. But I saw more similarities out of Pagers tonight, which was kind of nice. So uh, keep that up, Pager, and you're going to come out of this doing well. Adam Pelech, well, he had a good night, and uh, it was a normal, unspectacular, good night for Pelech. He just always does the right things, and I'm still wondering about the. I guess you kind of got to put him out there on 3-on-3, but for my defenseman, I guess, I mean, if you're going to put Aho out there, who we'll talk about him in a second, but if you're going to put Aho out there, I'd rather have Dobson as the 2D guys that you got going. So that's just my opinion on it. I do think that Adam does have a place out there after maybe. Like I said, if you're going to ride Aho after Aho and Dobson have had 2 shifts each in overtime, then you throw Pelech for a shift as well. That kind of use of Pelech, but as a regular taking a shift in 3-on-3, I know he's good defensively, but it's a different game 3-on-3. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd be doing. I thought Andy Green had a good game tonight. He was excellent. Defensively, and he got some solid shots on net tonight where something happened on the shots, scrambles in the net. It was rippers, but nice saves. So good job by Andy Green tonight. And I thought Noah Dobson had a really nice game too as well. You're seeing more and more moments of Dobson. They're the good moments are happening a whole lot more than they used to happen. So, and there's more of them a game than there used to be. So, I think we're seeing no progress. So that's a good sign for us down the road. And I mean, even if we don't make the playoffs this year, we still have enough to turn it completely around next year. So I'm not really panicking. I know we're not going to be out of this thing forever. Scotty Mayfield, well, he had the one block shot, but what are you going to do on a block shot? And turned into 2-1, and we got scored on. But overall, Scotty's just been playing some great defense this year and whatnot. Not too many giveaways or anything bad by Scott, and he's always playing well defensively. So kudos to Scotty. And I thought Chara had another excellent game tonight. He was especially huge for us on the 5-on-3. He just had a really good game tonight. And I love the trip on Chara too there with about 5 minutes left with the guy going by. Like, holy cow, man. Like you can't miss somebody tripping Chara. It's just too big of an event to be happening. And the refereeing tonight at best was suspect. And as much as I love Wes McCauley and that, and I get a kick out of him, as far as I'm concerned, I would hope he never does Islander games again. He just always seems to be on the other side when it's us. And I know people always say that kind of crap and that, but what kind of call was that? The one in the second period, I think it was, with us on the power play, and Dobson hits the puck into the bench and he's 2 feet inside the blue line. Like, yet the whistle comes on the outside, and McCauley overturned that call to get it outside the line. Like, I don't know what the rule, and he's going like, oh, the guy, he punched it out with his hand, unless I didn't know that was in the rule book. If it is, maybe somebody can put it in the comments below for me where to look. But I don't see in the rule book where it says there, if the Islander defenseman puts it with his hand into the bench while he's in the other opposition zone, that the faceoff comes out. So just saying. So Wes McCauley, I'm happy when we don't have him. I'd rather watch Wes ref other games, and then I can laugh at him with his hilarious calls. And I mean, as a person, I like Wes McCauley. He's just never been let's just say he doesn't favor the blue and orange at all. So yeah, and Ilya, yeah, he had a good game. Well, nothing spectacular. 4 goals and 25 shots. So uh, Farley will get the start tomorrow. It's not like Ilya played bad or anything. I'm just not, he was beatable tonight, and that happens, and that's goaltending for you. So, he got unlucky somewhat on one with a bounce off the back and things like that, and that kind of stuff happens. So nothing you can do about that. Overall, the Islanders as a whole, still not good enough. Still not good enough. They need to be better. They need to be better. At least they're progressing a minute amount. You can sort of see them going a different direction. Of course, I don't know what other direction you could go from. There was only up from where the Islanders have been. So anyway, let's hope that progression continues, and let's hope for a big W tomorrow night. And I want all you people out there, you guys take care, take her easy, and peace out.